when a humble-looking black man entered his own company one morning, dressed in worn-out clothes. No one recognized him. The receptionists ignored him. The guards doubted him. Even the managers, people who once smiled at him every day, looked through him as if he didn't exist. But what none of them knew was that the man they mocked was actually their boss, a millionaire, testing the hearts of his own employees. And by the end of that week, one employee's simple act of kindness would not only shock everyone, but change her entire life forever. Marcus Turner had built his empire from nothing. Born in a poor black neighborhood, he grew up surrounded by struggle, watching his mother work 2 jobs just to keep the lights on. Years later, through hard work and sheer determination, Marcus became one of the wealthiest entrepreneurs in the city. His company, Turner Innovations, employed hundreds of people: engineers, managers, receptionists, most of them from privileged backgrounds, who only saw Marcus as the lucky one who made it. He noticed how differently they treated him compared to his white business partners. Smiles when he was rich, silence when he wasn't in a suit. Over time, Marcus began to wonder, did his employees truly respect him, or just his money? He wanted to know the truth. So, one Monday morning, he decided to do something extraordinary. He dressed like a struggling mechanic. Old jeans, faded jacket, grease stains on his hands. No luxury car, no watch, no assistant. He walked through the front door like an ordinary man looking for work. What followed next would expose the hidden prejudice in his own company and reveal the true heart of one woman who saw beyond color and status. Marcus entered the lobby, expecting professionalism. Instead, he was met with cold stares. The first person he greeted, a white security guard, frowned immediately. "Maintenance isn't hiring today," the guard muttered without even checking. The receptionist barely lifted her eyes from her phone. When Marcus asked to meet Mr. Turner, she scoffed. "You? Meet the owner? Sir, please step aside. We're busy." Everywhere he turned, he saw subtle cruelty, whispered laughter, eyes rolling, fake politeness. He had built this place to give people opportunity, yet prejudice still lived within its walls. But Marcus didn't reveal himself. Instead, he spent the entire day walking around, quietly observing. He saw white managers brushing off janitors. He saw black interns being ignored in meetings. He saw how those in power treated those who couldn't offer them anything. Then came a moment that changed everything. As Marcus walked toward the cafeteria, he tripped, spilling his lunch all over the floor. People laughed. One supervisor muttered, "Clumsy fool." No one helped. Everyone just walked by. Everyone except one young white woman named Emma Reed. Emma worked as an administrative assistant. She wasn't wealthy nor high-ranking, but she rushed over instantly, kneeling to help him clean the mess. "Are you okay?" she asked gently. She offered him her napkins and even her own lunch, saying, "You look like you've had a tough day." Marcus thanked her quietly, noting her kindness. Over the next few days, he continued his test. He approached employees pretending to be a janitor, a delivery driver, even a cleaner. He watched how they reacted. Most ignored him. Some mocked him, and a few were outright rude. But Emma was different. She greeted everyone, from the security guard to the mailman, with respect. When she saw a cleaner struggling to carry heavy boxes, she helped without hesitation. Marcus realized she didn't treat people based on appearance or race. She treated everyone like they mattered. By the end of the week, Marcus had seen enough. He had his answer. But he wasn't done yet. He was about to reveal the truth, in a way that none of them would ever forget. Friday morning arrived. Marcus returned to the office. But this time, dressed in his finest black suit, polished shoes, and gold watch. The same people who ignored him earlier now stood to greet him with exaggerated smiles. The receptionist's tone shifted instantly. "Good morning, Mr. Turner. You look wonderful today." Marcus walked past them without a word. He gathered all his employees in the main conference hall. They whispered among themselves, wondering what was happening. When the room fell silent, Marcus took the microphone and spoke calmly. "This week," he began, "I met many of you, though not as your boss. but as a stranger. Some of you treated me with kindness. Most of you did not. Uneasy glances filled the room. The security guard looked pale. The receptionist froze. Marcus continued, "You see, I wanted to learn what kind of people truly work for this company. Not how you treat your superiors, but how you treat those you think are beneath you." He paused, letting the words sink in. And what I saw broke my heart. Then his tone softened. "But among you, there was one person who reminded me of why I started this company in the first place. Someone who treated a stranger with dignity, not knowing who he was." He turned toward Emma, who sat quietly near the back, completely unaware. "Emma Reed, please stand up." She rose slowly, her eyes wide. Marcus smiled. "You passed the test. Your compassion, your respect, that's the true spirit of humanity." The entire room watched in silence as Marcus announced, "From this day forward, you are being promoted to executive assistant, and you'll receive a $50,000 bonus for reminding us all what decency looks like." Gasps filled the room. Some clapped, others hung their heads in shame. In the weeks that followed, Marcus's company changed dramatically. Employees who once ignored others began offering help. The security guard apologized to Marcus and personally thanked him for the lesson. But for Marcus, the reward wasn't just about money. It was about transformation. He had exposed a painful truth. Prejudice doesn't always wear a hateful face. Sometimes it hides behind smiles, uniforms, and polite words. He implemented a new policy, one focused on equality, respect, and diversity training. Promotions would no longer depend on status or charm, but on integrity and empathy. Emma, meanwhile, used part of her bonus to create a small foundation that helped unemployed youth, especially those from underprivileged backgrounds. When asked why, she said, "Because kindness should never depend on what someone looks like." Months later, Marcus visited his mother's old neighborhood. Standing before the house where he grew up, he smiled. He realized that no matter how much money he had, his true wealth came from understanding people's hearts. As the sun set over the city skyline, Marcus reflected quietly. In a world obsessed with status and appearance, one simple act of humanity can expose who we really are. And as viewers, we are left to wonder, how would we treat someone if we thought they had nothing to offer us? True wealth isn't found in bank accounts. It's found in compassion. Racism and prejudice lose their power when kindness becomes the measure of a person's worth.